I posted up this video on YouTube, pronounce words imperfectly like it's 2019. I said in the video, like, it's important to learn things correctly. I get that. But if you have knowledge of the language, you don't want to be talking like that because people don't talk like that. And then Rodrigo Holguin Palacio. Rodrigo said, I've asked the reason why I don't understand well when I hear the news or listen to music. I should understand better because I've been studying English for so many years. I just found the answer. Rodrigo told me that he's been studying English for such a long time, and like he's admitted in this video, like I made one video about pronunciation and it really it hit home with him. I think it did. Everything that I do is all just about like reality. I needed to learn Portuguese. I studied the basics. I studied grammar in a school. But the problem was, as soon as I left the school, like I got my certificate, like, yeah, well done, you passed. But I walked out onto the street and failed hard. Everybody goes out and they go to these schools and they're like, oh yeah, I'm learning English. They're like constantly learning. And it's like, yeah, learning's great. Like, but if you're picking up grammar all the time, then you're never talking. I remember I had a Russian student, and she was like, I'm a translator and I know everything and I work with translation. Like, that's great. Like, you have a cool job, that's fine. But she came to me because she wanted to speak. And I was like, what's going on? Like, talk to me. Like, you're a translator, that's awesome. But she couldn't say a word. Like, she had zero confidence. The struggle was real. How are you going to know if you actually know a language until you actually start using it? If you want to learn grammar, if you want to learn all of this other, like if you want to learn like the fundamentals and the basics of the language, there's so many teachers out there that are doing that. There's so many big organizations that can teach you the grammar, because the grammar is the easy part. Like, that's the best way for these companies to like make money, and they'll have you forever. Like, you can learn grammar for life, and people just learn and learn and learn and learn grammar, and everybody always comes to me and they're like, oh, I don't have any practice talking. Like, they know everything, but they can't even construct a sentence because they don't know how to speak. And so the whole point of everything that I'm doing is trying to give you confidence so that you can actually break these barriers and use the stuff that you've actually been learning. Like, the only way that you're ever going to gain any confidence is by actually doing the thing that you want to do, whatever that is. Like, if you want to do a bungee jump, then you actually have to go and do that bungee jump. If you want to ask a girl out on a date, like, you have to actually go up to her and ask her out. You can't just sit there and be like, should I do it? Like, you have to actually do it. If you want to speak English, come to me and let's speak. Like, we actually speak English. Because of anxiety, because of what's somebody going to think if I make a mistake. Yeah. Like, stop worrying about what people think. Like, you're learning a language. That other person isn't learning a language, so that instantly puts you ahead of them. Like, you're doing an awesome thing to learn a language, so you should never apologize. So many people are like, oh, sorry, I said it wrong. Like, don't ever apologize for making a mistake. Like, the only way that you're ever going to learn is by making mistakes. A lot of people are insecure. Like, I have certain insecurities. Everybody has certain insecurities. It's normal to have insecurities. Most of the people that come to me are probably just a little bit shy, and probably the number one reason is that they don't want to make mistakes. Everything is about mindset. You're never going to get anywhere if you stay in your comfort zone. The only way that you're ever going to be able to learn the language and achieve the goals that you want to achieve with English is if you actually start talking. That's the only thing that you can do, that anybody can do. That's exactly the same as me as well. Like, I was rubbish at Portuguese. I couldn't speak anything, and I thought I knew everything from the school that I did. And as soon as I stepped out onto the street, I was just wrong. Like, I didn't know anything. And the one reason for that is that I never spoke to any of the natives. I never actually spoke to Brazilians. And then I had to force myself to start speaking. I still struggle, but I have to force myself to do it. Every day, even just by saying a couple of words, like, I'm building confidence. Everybody thinks that if you're learning the language, it's going to be like flicking on a light switch. Like, oh, I'm learning English. Tomorrow I'm going to be perfect. There's so much crap on the internet that's like, 600 euros and you'll be fluent in 3 months. Fluent in 3 months, I hear that all the time. Like, it kind of rolls off the tongue nicely, doesn't it? Fluent in 3 months. Like, that's never going to happen. It's fake. Like, it's complete bull. And it's never going to happen. Like, the quicker you understand that, like, today you are here and it's going to be a long, slow journey to, like, this could be sort of anywhere. The quicker you understand that learning a language is the furthest thing from perfect, the better you'll be. Everybody always comes up to me and they're like, I have the words, but in the conversation, I just don't know what to say. Like, how many times have you said to yourself, I'm having a conversation and I never know what to say? It's because you don't have any confidence. You have the knowledge, yeah, like you've spent possibly years learning the grammar and you have a good vocabulary, but you don't have any confidence. Like, it always comes down to confidence. Always comes back to taking that step. The only way that you're going to get that confidence is if you test yourself and you try and speak. Like, the more you break your comfort zone, the quicker you're going to reach your goals, the quicker you're going to get to where you want to be.